Dragon Tears is a novel by Dean Koontz, first published in 1993. The opening line of the story is this: Tuesday was a fine California day, full of sunshine and promise, until Harry Lyon had to shoot someone at lunch. That's a great way to describe the vibe of the book. It's descriptive, it's got some promise, and then there's some death. I first read this book in grade 10 English class. Our teacher would give everyone 20 to 30 minutes, either at the beginning or the end of class, of just quiet reading. At the time, I had just finished reading Aragon by Christopher Paolini. That is a fantasy novel for kids. There's a dragon in there. So I saw this book. It's called Dragon Tears. And I was thinking, oh, cool. It's a book about dragons. Let's get it. So I got it. I started reading it. And yeah, the dragons never really came. The title comes from a quote in the book. Uh, One of the main characters, Connie Gulliver, is talking to a man named Mickey Chan in a Chinese restaurant. And Mickey says, sometimes life can be as bitter as dragon tears. But whether dragon tears are bitter or sweet depends entirely on how each man perceives the taste. So Connie replies, in other words, life is hard, even cruel, but it's also what you make of it. So that's where the title comes from. It's not about dragons, it's a supernatural horror book about this evil character who goes around killing people, torturing them, mocking them, just having fun at the expense of these people because he has all these powers. So at this point, there will be spoilers. So, yeah, there's a warning. So we have two main characters, Harry Lyon and Connie Gulliver. They are police officers somewhere in California. Harry is your by the book police officer who is meticulous in his reports. He's organized, always ready to go. And Connie is kind of brash, aggressive, and doesn't go by the book. So in the beginning of the book, Connie and Harry are trying to catch this killer who enters a restaurant and just starts shooting people. So eventually they kill him, and then there's a crime scene. Harry's leaving the crime scene, and he sees this young kid just literally licking his lips, and he gets really upset and pushes him out of the way. Fortunately for him, that's the bad guy, and this bad guy starts torturing him. And the whole story of the book is these two police officers trying to figure out who is this bad guy. So when he first appears as a golem, so he creates a character out of thin air that looks like a hobo, and he says, "Tick tock, tick tock, you have 16 hours to live." So in 16 hours, Harry, Connie, they have to figure out what's going on and stop him. Along the way, we see two other characters who are also tortured by this guy, and his name is Brian, which is pretty funny because that's the bad guy's name, Brian. One's a homeless guy, and another one is a woman with a child and a dog named Woofer. That they're all homeless. So all these characters meet together, and the cool thing about the book is Woofer is what brings them together. There's a bit in the book written from the perspective of Woofer, actually many bits, so a lot of chapters. And that's pretty interesting the way it's written. It's cool. Everything is reversed to smell. It portrays the dog as guided by smell, but with an intelligence. So it's a dog, but a smart dog. And yeah, so eventually they all get together, and there's a final showdown with the bad guy. So yeah, I guess that's all I'll say about that. So what I liked about this book is it's the second time I read it. It's completely different than the vibe I got from the first time. Since I read it way long ago, over a decade ago, I didn't really remember the story that well. I just remember the end, kind of. Yeah, the writing style is cool. You feel like you feel close to the characters for some reason. That's why the writing style is good, and I like that. There are slow parts in there, so it kind of goes up and down in terms of pace and excitement. And it starts kind of slow, gets exciting. There's a bit of a slow part after that, but it kind of ties in well together at the end in an exciting end scene. So yeah, it's an action thriller. It's a paranormal, supernatural story. It's a horror story. It's got some heart. It's got some sarcasm. It's got a bit of everything. I like it. So yeah, overall, cool book. Love it.